Hello, beautiful people. This is your boy, Mr. P, once again, the Ask YouTube channel. And yeah, I'm with beautiful people. As you can see, yeah, they're gonna introduce themselves and we're gonna have small chat and share us some experience about living in Kigali, about also starting business in Rwanda. So, without further ado, let me start with Mr. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do here in Kigali?
Hello Kigali, hello Rwanda. I'm EdBesong, Cameroonian, based out of New York, and it's a pleasure to be in Kigali today to launch a business.
And hi, I'm Vida Awasum, Visong Awasum. Yes, moved to Rwanda about 3 months ago. So yes, and with my brother, we're partnering up with opening EdBesong Africa, because we've had EdBesong in New York, but this is EdBesong Africa.
Wow, that's amazing. So guys, you know, Vida, we did an interview about awesome games, the video games, amazing stuff. And yeah, now we're back in fashion. Fashion. Are you ready? So, as you can see, gentlemen, he's wearing a nice suit. And yeah, can you tell us the suit, like the quality is something that are made of?
So absolutely, the suit I'm wearing is a suit that we made. Our factory is based in Cameroon, but all of our fabric comes from a fabric mill based out of Turin, Italy. And once a client comes in and purchases the fabric, then it goes to the factory for production and it's a 2-week turnaround. What I'm wearing is a sample product, and to my right you would see it says made in Cameroon or fabric made in Italy, right? Just kind of attesting to what I said, and it also tells you the fabric makeup. So what I'm wearing is 100% wool. We obviously have a mix of different fabrics. Some of them are cotton, some are a mixture of wool, mohair, and really we're able to cater to any client's need. The most important thing really for us is to allow each person to feel comfortable in what they are wearing. For example, the jacket Vida has on, she saw something and had some thoughts and came to us, and we were able to work together with our team back in Cameroon and our resident tailor here in Rwanda to have her measured, to pick out the fabric, to work on the design, and to be able to make her look as beautiful as she looks today.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. So what attracts you to go in fashion industry?
So I'm going to tell a story that I generally refrain from. I did mention I'm Cameroonian, and in 2009 I moved to the US, and I was a college student, having to make ends meet. My family did the best they could, but I would note that my younger brother and I, every time we needed a formal piece of clothing, a suit, a shirt, our mom had to make it in Cameroon and bring it to the US. Fast forward 7 to 8 years after that, I now picked up a very good job working on Wall Street in New York, and I thought, well, I was some hotshot, right? I started buying expensive clothing from Gucci and all other luxury brands. I don't want to list the names, I think for our purposes. What I would say is, I ended up getting the best compliments when I wore the clothing made in Cameroon, irrespective of how expensive the piece of clothing may have been otherwise. I felt most at home when I wore the clothing made from Cameroon. At some point I started to explore if there was a real business opportunity there. I came to Vida, who has always been someone to bounce ideas off of. I'm a little bit crazy, and so she's the more sane one. And so talking about it for some time, we decided to really explore what opportunities there may be. I would note that our lead tailor in Cameroon has worked with the family for about 30 years. He made our uniforms when we were in elementary school, and so for us to be here today and have the same person now leading our manufacturing operations, I think life has come full circle.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. That's a good story. Yeah. So can you tell us what attracts you to come and bring your business in Kigali? Because there is a lot of countries in Africa where you can go and do business there. Do you have shop in Cameroon, or this is your first shop in Africa?
This is the first shop.
In Africa.
Cameroon, we have a factory. That's where we have our manufacturing operations, if you would. And New York as well, we have a showroom, retail operation. To answer your question specifically, why Rwanda, I think two things come to mind. Well, as Africans, we are raised to honor family.
Yeah, sure.
When you talk about Vida and her family moving to Rwanda and opening awesome games and really participating in the economy in Kigali and Rwanda overall. So that was my initial attraction to Rwanda. I came in February of 2021, came again in August, and December 2021 makes my third trip to Rwanda. Clearly something attracts me to this place.
Yeah.
Why Kigali? I think Kigali has proven to me to be a hub for the Africa of today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
I see a place that has welcomed its history, its culture, at the same time creates space for improvement and for growth.
Yeah.
I see very humble people with a sense of fashion, with a sense of presence. I think too often, especially speaking for myself, when I am in the US, I find myself constantly on the move and having to play catch up irrespective of where life may be. I think being in Kigali, I am able to take stock of life, really engage with people, allow them to tell me what their needs are and see if I can assist.
That's good. So I'm gonna ask. I don't know if it's crazy question, but people need to hear. So how old are you?
I'm 32 years old.
You're 32 years old. Because like people who come to visit Rwanda are somehow not that young. That's why I'm just asking how old are you? Because maybe they can people who they maybe can inspire those people who are raised in Europe. Maybe they can come and invest in Rwanda. Because some people who the same age like you, they keep like investing in ways in Europe, but we have to try to develop our Africa and our nations. Yeah. So what brings you to the fashion industry? Like, cause you were in college in the United States. Did you study fashion stuff?
I did not. I will tell you, Vida and I came from a very academic family. We came from a family that encouraged us to go above and beyond academically and to really seek professional careers. And so, if I may, Vida started all the way through a doctorate program in pharmacy, worked for many years in the US as a pharmacist, and I still actively work in the US as a lawyer. And nowhere,
crazy. That's crazy, right?
nowhere in our careers do we contemplate fashion. However, we are today in the fashion industry because, well, it's a need. You know, if people wake up in the morning and they're able to drink a cup of water and eat some food, the very next thing is that we have clothes to put on our bodies, right? And it's a whole spectrum. We are not here to offer clients the most expensive thing in the market. We're here to say that's what we want. We're able to provide it. If what you want is the most basic necessity as well, there's a place for you, and each person should be able to feel comfortable in whatever it is that they love and are able to afford.
Wow, that's amazing. For sure, that's amazing. So, can you tell, like, how long have you been to Rwanda?
I first visited Rwanda in February of 2021.
For about a week. We were here for a week. That was our first time visiting Rwanda.
The first time you visited Rwanda.
Yes.
So how long, like, how many days did you spend in Rwanda?
This time around?
This time,
We landed on the 27th. Went through the 3 days of quarantine and testing, and ever since I've been walking around.
So,
Yeah.
so how is life in Kigali? How is life? How is lifestyle? How is everything?
I love the topography, the hills.
Yes.
You like the horse?
Hills, yeah.
Some people they don't like horse. It's scary because to walk out, to run out there.
Of the hill, yeah.
It's very
And if I
scary.
may, I would even go a step further to say I love the cooler temperatures when I can find them. To me, I feel very much at home with that.
So what about the climate?
The climate?
Yeah.
Well, I have experienced both sides, if you would. When I was here in August, it was hot. This time around, it's a little bit on the cooler side. It can get hot sometimes, but I really don't mind the climate at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. People, you heard the story about the fashion, and the good thing is in Africa we very unique in fashion. Like the whole world knows Africans are good at dressing well and those stuff. So what is your mission to the fashion industry?
Our mission is simple. For us, it's about creating a vessel through which each stakeholder, our staff, at home and abroad, feel empowered to be their best selves and to be able to be economically viable enough to go home and say, I love my job. This is why I do what I do. This is where I was before I had this job. This is where I am today. This is really a vessel. Today, it's the fashion industry. Well, who knows where tomorrow will take us? Like I said, Kigali is the place for today and tomorrow.
Okay, so Vida, let me come back to you. Maybe it's my question. Yeah, what is the thing that pushed you to partner with your brother in fashion industry, fashion industry?
I would say he comes up with like great ideas, and we always bounce them off each other just to see, we're in line with, So when he came up with the idea, like you mentioned, he was working, like he had a really good job, and he was like, I think I'm gonna quit my job and start a clothing line. I was like, you are not doing that. Yeah. But he gave me various reasons, and I still, just that background, like, once you have a job or you're working, you feel like there's that safety net, and to start a new business is not easy. So just thinking about all the challenges, but I could hear from his voice the passion he had about it, and I just knew about like the fashion, like he mentioned, like we always had my mom who would sew, like we would have their clothes and their suits made. Yeah. So just that passion that I was like, sure, let's do it. Let's go ahead. And you're the mastermind behind you. Yeah. And of course his wife Catherine, who is here, she was also right in there with him, and they've done an amazing job. Yeah.
So, are you not scared about doing fashion business in London, or maybe you lost the market?
I am. That's the good news.
Yeah.
That is the good news. I would say anything worthwhile should scare you.
Yeah.
There is a risk with getting into a new market. There is really a significant task for us to first understand the market. Second, educate the market. And really at that point, establish relationships that can last a lifetime.
Wow. That's amazing. That's super amazing. So any message to people who are watching? If they want to come to Africa, they want to come to London, any message, but they like something that can trigger them to go to come to Africa. So any message, anything you can tell them?
I would say a couple of things to our fellow brothers and sisters in the diaspora. I believe that we are innately hardworking people, intelligent people. Come give it a chance. In the same way as you may succeed or fail on your own accord in any society, give Africa, give Rwanda, give Cameroon, give Kenya, Tanzania a chance and be part of the growth, be part of the story. Let's not wait for other people to change it and then seek to benefit. There's so much to offer, and really join us in experiencing this beautiful continent.
Wow, amazing. So we have online store, or we only have this physical store?
We have a website. It's www.edbesong.com. It's the same website whether you're in the US or Rwanda. We are a global company, and so we're going to keep that identity. Social media, you can follow us on Instagram, same thing at EdBesong, Facebook at EdBesong, and Twitter as well, same information. Reach out to us, we are easily accessible, and we are really here to answer
They will.
questions.
They will. People, you have to. You have to. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was amazing. That was super great. And people, I think you enjoyed, because you see, you enjoy it too. Yeah. So thank you so much, and yeah, go check them out. And yeah, thank you so much for this amazing chat and for this amazing stuff you're bringing to Rwanda, to Africa. Because Rwanda developing is also like Africa is developing too. Yeah, people come visit Africa, come visit Rwanda, and come live here. Yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.